Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Sarita B. It's been a while since I've actually came on here to talk. I've been going through a lot, professionally and personally speaking. Today is no different. I'm honestly just hanging out in my car right now, listening to the pitter patter of the raindrops on my window and just enjoying this cathartic feeling of cleansing. This is very soothing weather for me right now because I think it matches my mood. I think I would be a little bit ticked off if the sun was shining and there was not a cloud in sight, and I internally feel like there is this storm cloud brewing inside of me. I think that would be such a contradiction to how I'm feeling inward if it was sunshine and rainbows outside. But nevertheless, I have been holding off on talking on the channel and coming and sharing my thoughts and opinions and worldviews. I cannot stress enough how transformative this period in my life that I'm in. Like, this is such a transformative time period for me. And I want off this ride. Point blank, period. No further explanation. Let's just get right into it. No. I don't know. I always say that, like, I don't want to go through this anymore. I want to come out on the other side already. I'm so ready for a change. I'm so ready for a new chapter to begin. Like, I'm sick and tired of being where I am, surrounded by insert the blank. Insert whatever you want to insert. Fill in the blank. And, you know, the thing that actually makes me feel a little bit better is knowing that I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one in the world that is feeling this way. There are so many of us that are feeling we're going through too many transformations in a short amount of time. We feel like we can barely catch our breath, barely keep up with the pace that the universe has set for us. And a lot of the time, it's kind of like this imposter syndrome. It's like, can I handle feeling? Or how can I say? Like this imposter syndrome of, am I up to the task? Can I actually stick it out and see this challenge to the end? Can I go through with this new obstacle that I'm being faced with? And for me, what's so interesting is that I actually had this light bulb moment with someone I was talking to. I confided in a friend, and I was like, because they were giving me advice, they were suggesting things that I should change about my outlook on life and how to be more optimistic, how to just kind of pick yourself back up, from your bootstraps, put your big girl pants on and just keep walking. And I was like, wow. Like, I looked her in the eyes and I was like, oh my goodness, I used to be just like you. As you are, as you live and breathe, I used to have that same mentality. And I don't know where that side of me went. I don't know when that part of me died and a new version of me was born. It's that thing where it's like you don't know where something ends and where something begins. And maybe if I do a little digging, a little soul searching, I can find roughly when it all started to shift for me mentally and where I started to kind of fall apart with my optimism, my hopefulness. Like these days, with everything that's happening in the news, everything that's happening in this current administration, if you are an American like I am, you know, girl, you understand where I'm coming from. About every hour there's some breaking news about the world falling apart. The world is ending. And what are you going to do to protect yourself and your loved ones? What, you don't have a plan? You don't have A through Z? You don't, honestly, not even A through Z. Like, you don't have a backup plan for your backup plan for your backup plan? What are you doing with your life? Who put you in charge of being an adult? It looks like you need a caretaker, because how are you even operating and navigating through life at this point? Because you don't have your stuff together. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just feel like I'm being gaslit by so many people, whether they're in politics, whether they're in economics, whether they're in finance, whether they're in education, whether they're an athlete. Like, it doesn't matter. I feel like I'm being gaslit by all parties, every single department, every agency. They're telling me that I am living my adult life wrong, and this is the way to go, and this is what you have to do. And I'm just like, I need a breath. I need to take a break. I need to sit down, and I just need to have a good cry. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If I'm being frank, I don't think there's anything wrong with releasing your emotions. I mean, the sky cries from time to time. It's got so much built up pressure, atmospheric pressure, that it has to release it somehow, some way. And here we are, enjoying the raindrops of the pressure that was built, that was cooking for however many hours, however many days. And there is this cleansing that comes about when we are in the midst of the rainstorm. And so I'm in the middle of it right now, trying to navigate the best way I can. And I seek out information here and there. I read articles. I talk to friends. I talk to colleagues. I talk to mentors. I talk to myself. I do a lot of self-reflection. And then sometimes I gotta tune me out, because then I'll just get in my head about every little thing and start spiraling because I'm overanalyzing and I'm thinking too much. So there's been a little bit of all of that happening. And I've been pushing off this channel. I really have. Like, it's that thing that you know it's good for you. It's tonic. It's the medicine that's going to heal you. It's going to help you. But you're just like, no, I don't want it. And you just kind of push it to the side because you're a little toddler and you don't know how to handle your big emotions in your little body. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about myself these days. It's like I have big emotions, but tiny body. So really small container. And I don't know where to put all these emotions that I'm feeling. I'm feeling wrath. I'm feeling pessimism. I'm feeling overwhelm. I'm feeling sadness. Like there's a lot. And I think I'm drawing the energies from everyone around me. And I know I need to sever these energetic cords. I need to do some sort of cleansing, which is why I've been really leaning into spirituality a lot lately, because that seems to be the only thing I'm holding on to that's, keeping me as sane as possible. And yeah, there's been a lot going on. A lot has been happening. I mean, we're only in spring of 2026. And I don't know. Like, I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm upset about feeling lost and confused. But I just know that there are a lot of us that are feeling this way too. So just having comfort knowing that there are many people who are going through similar struggles. It just makes me feel like I'm not in this alone. And that can also be an anchor, just knowing that there are plenty of us out there, whether in the nation or globally. Hell, even locally. Could be people in my own neighborhood, in my own zip code. It's like, yeah, we're all going through similar things. We're all kind of just trudging along, really. But sometimes it's good to self-reflect. Sometimes it's good to journal. Sometimes it's good to listen to soothing music. Sometimes it's good to exercise. Other times it's good to talk to people. And some days it's good to just don't do anything and just take a nap. Turn your brain off. Take a nap midday. Oh my goodness, you'll feel so much better when you allow yourself rest. Napping is a form of resistance. A long time ago, there was a group of people that they would work another group of people to death, and they weren't allowed to have naps. So nap away. It's your God-given right. Nap as many times as you want to. I'm a strong proponent on napping. I'm a firm believer that napping will save the world. I think a lot of people are sleep deprived. They're getting testy. And then I think a lot of people are also deprived of love. They're not tapping into their sacral energies, their sacral chakra. It's blocked. There are some blockages. They're love constipated, and they're starting wars because they don't have this identity. They don't have this way of tapping into that energy, and they're not living in their truth. And I'm seeing a lot of people that are lashing out and becoming angry for the wrong reason. It's wrong reasons, and I'm just like, you're not living in your truth, and now you're punishing the rest of the people because of that, because you chose not to be authentic. You chose not to put in the work and figure out who you are in this life, in this lifetime, in this universe. We were all brought here for a reason. We need to find or kind of let life guide us to our purpose sometimes. Maybe it's not necessarily running towards something and bulldozing your way through and trying to figure out what your life purpose is. Sometimes it really is as easy as it attracting to you and coming to find you wherever you are at. So a small group of people are doing harmful things to a larger group of people, and it's because they have lost their sense of self, maybe their identity, their worth, their purpose, their mission. It's all skewed. They think that they want one thing, and they think that that is going to bring them true happiness, or at least in the meantime, it's going to fill a hole that is inside of them, this emptiness that is inside of them, and that it's going to gratify them in the short term. But when you start thinking long term, and you start thinking, well, what about life after death? What about the hereafter? What is all of this for? Right? Like what is life really all about? Like when you start to get philosophical and you kind of think in terms of, if we're just living a hedonistic life in the meantime now, well, what do you think is going to happen on the flip side? And let's go back to the opposite. If there are many people who are suffering now, what do you think is going to happen to them after all this suffering is said and done? You think there's going to be more suffering for them? I think about these things. I'm going back to talking to my friend, and I was like, friend, I was optimistic just like you. I was hopeful just like you. But somehow, some way, I feel like the hope was sucked right out of me. And now I'm having to relearn how to incorporate more hope back into my life. And they were listing a lot of things that are helpful. You know, eating right, working on your nutrition, cutting out the bad foods, the ultra processed foods, the sugary foods and drinks, exercising more, going on more walks, maybe meditating or doing some form of yoga. All these things can help kind of bring or increase endorphins and serotonin and dopamine levels, which are the happy chemicals. And then we got on the topic of networking. And so that's something that I need to do. I need to go out, not just go to work and come home and sleep and do it all over again, but I need to break up my week and actually go network and join clubs and meet new people from all walks of life, all ages, and see where it takes me. So that's a new challenge for me now. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys are going through, what you're up against, what challenges you're being faced with, and some ideas about how to overcome those challenges. If you have any ideas, if not, let's all drop something in the comments and see what we come up with as a community together. And as always, I'm going to end it right there. Until next time, until our next video, love and light to all of you.